Today we are solving equations with variables on both sides. When I say both sides, I'm talking about both sides of the equal sign, the left side and the right side. Okay, a couple things to recognize before we get started is when we're solving equations with variables on both sides, our goal is to isolate the variable, okay, on one side of the equation. Okay, this will allow us to solve for that variable. Okay, then to solve these equations, we perform the same operations on both sides to maintain balance. Okay, we want to keep our equations balanced or equal on both sides the entire time, which means whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other. Okay, if there are like terms on both sides, we can combine them to simplify the equation. So let's take a look at some simple examples here to start us off. Okay, so 5x minus 3 equals 2x. Okay, so just like when we had something like 3x plus 2 equals 4 or negative 4, okay, we combined our constants first. I subtracted 2 on both sides. I got these canceled, okay, 0, so 3x equals negative 6. All right, I combined those to one side to isolate my variable x, okay? So I am going to do the same thing here, but my like terms happen to be the one with the variable. So in this case, I'm going to subtract 5x from both sides here, okay? So I am left with negative 3 equals, and then 2x minus 5x is negative 3x, okay? And then I'm going to solve the exact same way that I would have previously. I divide by 3 on both sides here, so x equals negative 3. Okay, here I'm getting x by itself. Again, isolating the variable. I'm going to divide by negative 3 on both sides. Okay, that is going to give me negative 3 divided by negative 3 is 1 equals x. Okay, so x is 1. And I can substitute this back into my original equation just like I would when I was solving with a variable just on one side. So 5 times 1 minus 3 equals 2 times 1. Okay, again, substituting it in for the variable. Well, if x is 1, I'm going to put 1 in my equation for x. 5 times 1 is 5, minus 3 equals 2. 5 minus 3 is, in fact, 2. So this is correct. Okay, let's take a look at a couple more. So I'm again solving for x, so I need to combine my like terms, okay? And I'm moving it to the other side of the equal sign, so I'm using my inverse operations. So if it was a negative 3x, so I'm adding 3x to both sides. I'm left with 4 equals 4x, okay? Solve for x, divide by 4 on both sides. Again, 1 equals x. Okay, again, substitute back into my original equation. Negative 3 times 1 plus 4 equals 1. Okay, negative 3 times 1 is negative 3 plus 4 equals 1. Okay, negative 3 plus 4 is positive 1 equals 1. So this is true. Okay, last one we're going to take a look at today. This one has variables on one side that can be combined first. So I'm going to simplify that side of my equal sign first. So 7x minus 3x gives me 4x plus 9 equals negative 14x. Okay, now this looks like what we've already been doing. Okay, again, combining my like terms, whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other. I'm going to subtract 4x so I can get them on the same side. Okay, that leaves me with 9 equals negative 18x. Okay, again, solving for x, divide by negative 18. That leaves you with 1x equals divide by negative 18, and that gives you negative 1 half. Okay, negative 1 half is x. This is your introduction to solving equations with variables on both sides.